Hi, I'm Tubin from SpeakerG.com. With fantastic sound quality and wireless interconnectivity, Sonos speakers offer a one-of-a-kind musical experience, but now and then you might face some issues with your Sonos system, as is the case with many electronic devices. That is why we have put together a list of solutions for some of the most common Sonos problems, so that you can find a quick fix for multiple issues all in one place. One of the reasons Sonos speakers don't work sometimes is because of a network loop, so let's understand what a network loop is. Speakers 1 and 2 are connected to the router with an Ethernet cable, and all 3 speakers are also connected to each other through their own wireless connection. Such an issue is called a network loop, and that's one of the reasons your Sonos speaker could stop working. Once you understand what causes the network loop, the obvious solution is to ensure that each speaker is only receiving a signal from a single source. So to fix a network loop, you have 2 possible solutions. First is only connect one Sonos speaker to the router with an Ethernet cable, then turn on the Wi-Fi from that speaker so that it sends a wireless connection to all other speakers. Or, if you have wired in more than one speaker to the router, then turn on the Wi-Fi in just one wired speaker and keep the Wi-Fi off on the rest. Is your Sonos not connecting to Wi-Fi? This is a common problem. Sometimes, the Sonos app or Sonos speakers may not connect to your Wi-Fi. There can be different reasons that cause this issue. First of all, make sure your router supports both 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz connections. Wi-Fi connection problems can also occur if you have recently changed your router settings or installed a new router. In that case, you need to reconnect your Sonos system to the router. Click the Sonos app, and if it's showing unable to connect to Sonos, then there will be an option that says Learn More, which will explain how to fix the issue. Sonos not connecting to Spotify? Not to worry, as there are different ways you can try to fix this issue. After all, Spotify is one of the most popular music streaming services, and it can be quite annoying when your Sonos speakers sometimes cannot connect to Spotify. First of all, make sure that both the Sonos and Spotify apps are updated to the latest version. Reboot your router and try connecting to Spotify again. If rebooting the router doesn't work, go for an entire system reboot. To do so, you need to disconnect and unplug all speakers. Reboot your router again, then plug in and connect the speakers back one by one. Also, remove Spotify service from your Sonos app, close the app, then open it and add Spotify service back again. One common issue with Sonos systems is that sometimes it doesn't play the music. The app might not be able to play the music at all, or you may be able to play but either get no sound or experience disturbance, like the sound breaking up in between. If the issue is caused by some changes in the system, a complete reboot will fix the problem. As we mentioned before, fully reboot the system by unplugging all speakers, rebooting the router, then plugging in and connecting the speakers one by one again. Another reason for this issue could be Wi-Fi interference caused by devices like a microwave, video cameras, and even fluorescent lights. In that case, the solution is to move your speakers away from those devices and place them somewhere else. Sonos not working after an update. The router assigns a new IP address to the speakers, which causes problems. Now we could go into the details of how IP addresses work between routers and Sonos speakers, but that's a bit outside the scope of this post. Just know this: the IP address assigned by your router to the speakers is what helps the router identify and connect to the speakers. But when a new IP address is assigned after an update, the speakers are not recognized by the router. Once again, a full reboot of the router and the Sonos system will get everything working correctly, so the permanent solution is to assign a static or reserved IP address for all devices connected to the router. All you need is to spend a few minutes browsing your router's manual carefully. The entire process of assigning static IP addresses will be explained with simple instructions on the router's manual. One day, you might open the Sonos app and find that one or more of your connected speakers are no longer showing up on the app. It's really frustrating when that happens, and is a common problem many Sonos users have faced. But there's also a simple solution for it. Check the power cable, and if it has come loose, then connect it firmly, and also check the status light to confirm it's plugged back in. It should then show up on the app. If loss of power isn't the cause, try rebooting your router and then check the app to see if the speaker shows up. If it still doesn't, then reboot the speaker. The speaker will either show up on the app just fine, or it will show a green status light, which means you will have to set it up and add it to the app again. Sometimes you will get the message that your Sonos system was not found when connecting the speakers on the Sonos app. This problem is mostly caused by connection issues between the Sonos app, speakers, and the Wi-Fi network. Usually, connectivity problems are the most probable cause of this issue. Try all the solutions we mentioned in the part about Sonos not connecting to Wi-Fi. Sonos no sound from the TV. When you have Sonos speakers connected to your TV, sometimes they may not play the audio. Simply check the optical cable that connects your TV to the Sonos speaker to make sure it is connected properly. Set your TV's audio settings to Dolby Digital, as that is the only format the Sonos speakers support. Also, set your TV's audio output to external speakers and not internal speakers. The feature to connect Sonos speakers with Amazon Alexa makes it so much more convenient to control the Sonos system with voice commands, but sometimes you may encounter an issue where Alexa stops working with your Sonos system. In that case, log into the Amazon website with your account and deregister the Sonos speaker. Now log out of your Amazon account from all Amazon apps on your phone. Now set up Alexa with your speaker from scratch, and it should work fine. If your Sonos speaker is not voice-enabled and connects with Alexa through an Echo device, you just need to disable the Sonos skill from the Alexa app, deregister the Sonos speaker from the Amazon website, then enable the Sonos skill and register the speaker again. Trueplay is genuinely an innovative feature of Sonos speakers for iOS devices, but some users may face issues when trying to tune and calibrate their device with Sonos Trueplay. Here's the solution: try tuning another iOS device with Trueplay and see how it goes. If it works, then the problem is with your iOS device and not the Sonos system. Close all background apps on your iOS device and disconnect them from Bluetooth devices before you start tuning it with Trueplay. Make sure that your phone's case is not obstructing the microphone from hearing the Trueplay signal correctly. Also, check if the room is tranquil, with no background noise to interrupt the tuning process. The combination of Netflix and Sonos speakers is a perfect audio-visual treat, but the experience can sometimes be ruined when Sonos doesn't work with Netflix, right? But the good thing is that it doesn't take much to solve this issue. First of all, make sure that the connection between your TV and Sonos speakers is set adequately by following the instructions on how to solve Sonos not working with a TV. Then make sure that the audio settings on the Netflix app are also set to Dolby Digital. Some Netflix content may not be available in Dolby Digital format, so you need to put the audio settings to stereo for such content. Hope you found this video useful. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel and help us grow. For the full article, visit the link in the description below.